Hello and welcome to the 71st episode of the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit video podcast. My name is Kimberly, also known as Sock Bunny, and today is Wednesday, January 30th, 2013. I'm recording in sunny Florida in the United States of America. It is very sunny today, almost blindingly sunny, and it's actually so warm that I am wearing shorts and I have a fan blowing on me. I know all you people living in the northern uh, part of the United States are probably cursing at me right now. But I don't make the weather, I just get to enjoy it. Um, it's actually been pretty warm the last few days, so I am not complaining. I would much rather have heat than cold. Welcome to any new viewers. I am Kimberly. Sock Bunny. I am Kimberly, but I'm Sock Bunny pretty much everywhere on the internet. Ravelry, Plurk, Instagram, Google iTunes, Blip, Twitter, pretty much everywhere. I think that's it. Did I forget any place? YouTube. I think that's it. Um, Thank you to any returning viewers. Thank you to everybody who contacted me this week and said that they hope I do well in the new business venture with my Etsy shop. I received some very kind comments this week, so thank you everybody because that really made my day. I'm saying a lot. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, I do have podcast buttons for sale. They are $2. So if you would like one, you can contact me and I'll tell you how you can get one. They're $2. You can send it snail mail or PayPal. Focus. Focus. Anyway, you get the general idea. Also, I do include them in every order on the Etsy shop. So the shop update is going to be 2 o'clock on Sunday. I did a little bit of dyeing yesterday, and I will show that at the end of the podcast. And thank you, a big thank you to everybody who ordered this past week. I really appreciate it. I am looking for somebody to design a logo for me that I can use for the podcast and for the Etsy shop. So if you are interested in doing something like that, you can put a bid in. Just tell me, give me an idea of what you can do and what the cost would be. I would really appreciate that. I want to have that done by the end of February. That's my goal, to have a logo by the end of February, an official logo. So if you are interested in doing that, contact me via email at sockbunnyknitandfit@gmail.com. And I am going to be celebrating my birthday this coming Tuesday, February 5th. And for once, my birthday is not on the Super Bowl Sunday. And I am going to be 47. I am not ashamed to say that. So I know a lot of people like to gift patterns and stuff like that, and that is totally fine. But if you want to give me something that is totally free, I'm stealing this idea from some other podcasters. If you want to give me a gift that is totally free, you can leave me an iTunes review. A nice one, please. Or just a star rating, whichever. I honestly have not read my iTunes reviews in months. I hear a lot of podcasters talking about how people are mean to them, and I guess I'm sort of just avoiding that. I could have some mean ones out there. I know I have at least one mean one out there. And it actually, I know the lady was trying to be mean, but it actually was a compliment to me when I first started podcasting. I had only maybe been podcasting for about 3 weeks, and she left an iTunes review, a negative one, saying that I was just like all the other podcasters. And to me, that was a huge compliment because the whole reason I started podcasting was because I loved all the other podcasters. So that sort of backfired on her because she thought she was being snarky, but it actually was a huge compliment. I was very happy. So anyway, if you want to give me a birthday present that doesn't cost anything, you can leave me a positive iTunes review, and I am going to go in and read them. So don't feel like you're going to be wasting your time. I am going to be, and it doesn't just help me; it does help other knitting podcasters, because it's funny how somebody will be like, "I didn't even know there were knitting podcasts. I found yours, and now I'm watching 20 of them." So every new person that you recruit to podcasting helps other podcasters, not just yourself. So I guess that's it. That's all I have to say about that. I don't really have any big special plans for my birthday. I'll probably be going to see Heather WB this weekend. She lives a couple of hours north of me. I'll go visit her. But other than that, I don't really have any big plans. It's, whatever. Rachel's birthday is on Valentine's Day, February 14th. So we'll probably, as a family, we'll probably go out to dinner to celebrate both of our birthdays. That's what we usually do. Okay, what are today's topics? We are going to talk about charity, fitness, finished objects, works in progress, knit and crochet alongs. I skipped a couple of sections here. Stash enhancement, tips and tricks, favorite things, what I'm watching and reading, and the shop update. So, first, charity. This is the last week I'm going to mention this until Sarah contacts me and tells me they need more. But my older daughter, Sarah, she lives in Rhode Island and she's studying to be a Catholic missionary. They live completely on donations and charity, and they all live a life of poverty, chastity, and obedience. Um, Very similar to nuns, but not nuns. And so that means uh, that everything that they get, everything that they ever get is a donation. They don't. Sarah has no money. She doesn't even have a bank account, a checking account, nothing. And a lot of times when we try to give her money, she's like, "I'm just going to give it to my school." So anyway, she requested from her and her classmates yarn, and if you have extra yarn lying around that you're not doing anything with, and don't feel any pressure to do this, but they need worsted weight or like DK or heavier weight yarns in solids or semi-solids, and nicer acrylics or washable wools. So if you're interested, I've already had several people contact me. If you're interested, um, contact me and I will give you her address. And thank you so much to everybody who has sent stuff to her. I really, really do appreciate it. And she does, of course. We are going to hopefully get to Skype with her on Friday night. She went to the March for Life in Washington, D.C. this past Friday, and it was her first time going. She and her classmates went, and she said it was a life-changing experience, but I haven't gotten to talk to her in detail about it. She called when she got back from the trip Sunday night, but she was exhausted and was going straight to bed. So I'm really looking forward to hearing about her experiences in that. Evidently, they had record-breaking crowds there, so I'm very proud of her for wanting to do something like that. I guess that's it. So thank you again to everybody who has sent stuff to her already. I was contacted by Lauren from the Lem Knit Crochet Designs podcast. I haven't had a chance to watch her most recent episode, but evidently her latest episode, 43, Without Borders, she talks about this. So she'll be able to, if you want more information, either go to her Ravelry group, Lem Knit Crochet Designs, or watch her podcast. But her best friend Josh passed away 4 years ago from a very rare disease called HLH. She has set up a fundraising page where she hopes to raise $1,500 throughout February and March to donate to the Histocytosis Association, and hopes to spread awareness in the process. For every $5 donation, donors are able to receive a raffle ticket for some very awesome prizes that have been donated. And I am going to send a donation. I haven't told her that yet, but I am going to send a donation, probably a skein of yarn. And so you're going to, for every $5 donation, you're going to receive a raffle ticket for some very awesome prizes that have been donated. And all the information is in her Ravelry group or on her most recent episode, episode 43. So if you want more information about that, go over and check it out. We are having a fitness along going on. We have one every month, and I am so excited because every month our numbers seem to go up a little bit more. That's really, really good. We have a fitness along going on, and what that means is for every day that you work out at least 30 consecutive minutes, you can post in that month's thread, post each day in a separate post, and at the beginning of the next month, I will draw a winner. So next week, which will be the 6th, I believe, I will be drawing the winner for January. And you can receive either a $5 giftable pattern or some bare sock yarn or fiber that I will dye up for you in up to 3 colors, or you can pick something that's already in the shop. I am Sock Bunny 66 on Spark People. I use that to track my fitness, but I don't really use that site for anything else. Everything else I do it on my phone. I don't do Spark People on my phone. I just go onto my laptop after I work out and put the information in. In January, we are still having a contest where you create a fitness goals poster. It needs to have your goals and your rewards. It could be any kind of poster as long as it motivates you. And I am going to draw the winner next week. So I'm actually going to extend this. You have until, I'll say Tuesday, February 5th. I'm going to write that down. I'll close the thread before I record next Wednesday, and then I will draw a winner for the fitness posters. And I'm really loving everybody's ideas, and thank you for sharing those. I really, really do like them. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about knitting and crocheting. I have a finished object. This finished object I have been working on, not every single day, of course, but I've been working on it for 3.5 years. I can't believe that I can even say that. How in the world does it have does a person have something that's been worked on for 3.5 years? That's just mind-boggling, especially because I've only been knitting for like 5. That's just crazy. But I've been crocheting since I was little, and this is a crocheted finished object, so I'm going to show it to you. It's the last time you're ever going to see it. It is done, as far as I'm concerned. I finished my sock yarn blanket. I am so sick of working on this thing. This is a gigantic granny square. I've been working on this longer than I've been podcasting, and that's just crazy. And of course, I would put it away for months at a time, and then I would drag it back out. And I've worked on it. It's gotten to the point where it takes me 2 hours to crochet one round. That's insane. So this past Sunday, I was working on it, and I was like, you know what? I am done. I'm finishing this round and I am done. So it is done. And I'm going to keep it on the back of my couch in the living room. Sarah had expressed some desire to have this blanket the last time she was home. So next time she comes home, if she wants it to keep on her bed up at school, that is fine with me. So I am so happy. I could scream from the rooftops. I'm so, 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 so happy. Anybody who makes one bigger than this, out of sock yarn, more power to you. This thing is taking forever. So I'm really, really happy with it. It's very soft. I guess I could block it and make it bigger. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I'll do that. But I definitely haven't taken pictures yet. I need to do that. And I haven't woven in the ends, but I will, because it's going to be in the living room on the back of the couch, and I don't want people looking at it and be like, why are there strings hanging from your blanket? Anyway, I'm just really, really happy it's done. So I'm not starting another sock yarn blanket until I finish my other crocheted blanket, my sampler crocheted Afghan that I was working on, and then I put it away when I was monogamous. I need to grab it back out and work on it. So, yay! Very, 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 very happy to be done with that thing. When you stop loving something and it's torture to work on it, it's time to be done. Okay. So that is my one and only finished object. I do have some other items on the needles. First, I mentioned last week that I am designing a pie shawl. This is what it looks like. I can't show you what it looks like till it's done, right? This is the yarn. This is the shawl. It's a, I actually did start over yesterday. I had done quite a bit, and I wasn't happy with how it was turning out. So I actually pulled the whole thing out. And then I was about to cast on again, and somehow, my brain is a mystery, somehow I remembered that somebody had said that you should, when you're working with lace weight, you should pull from the outside of the ball, not the inside of the ball. This is segueing into my tip or trick for the day. That you should only pull from the outside of the ball, because if you pull from the inside, well, the cake, it will collapse on itself and you'll get a gigantic knot. So I posted a question on Plurk to make sure I was thinking okay, and many, many people said yes, you definitely want to be pulling from the outside of the ball. So that is my tip or trick this week, early, pull from the outside of the ball when you're using lace weight. Outside the cake, I mean. What else do I want to say about this? I already have a test knitter lined up, and you will find out soon who that is. What else did I want to say? It's going to have beads, and the theme is bee leaf, B-E-E-L-E-A-F, bee leaf. So it's going to have bees and leaves. Oh. And that's all I'm going to tell you. So yay! I'm really super excited about it. So like I said, I started that over yesterday. That's pretty much it. Okay, so let's move on. That's it's going to be a half pie shawl, by the way. I can't remember if I said pie or half pie. It's a half pie. I made some pretty good progress on my sexy librarian sweater. Let me pull it out here. I did put a hickey jiggy. It's the same color, so it's sort of hard to tell, but that's where the hickey jiggy is. And last week, as you can see, I was just above the ribbing part at the bottom, and then I started the top part, and I've actually started the sleeve shaping, armhole shaping, I guess you would call it, the armhole shaping here, and of course on the other side. I'm really loving working with this yarn. This is from Kramer Yarns. It's a DK weight. And it's got these little, it's like a tweed. It's got these little flecks of pink on it. I'm not sure. Yeah, there you can see that. It's got these little, and I really like that. I think it's giving it such a nice, actually some of them are pink and some of them are purple. Let's see if you can see it on here. I'm not sure how well that is showing up, but I am super, super loving it. This is the back. The front part, I will show you, actually has a part that laces up. And my husband for years has told me that I look like a librarian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So I'm calling this my sexy librarian sweater. And I am making it a couple of inches longer down here for this ribbing part. But the top part will be the same. So I think I made pretty good progress this week. I'm super, super, super excited about this project. I can't wait to finish it. I think it's going to be perfect to wear during the summer. That yarn is very lightweight. It's a cotton acrylic blend, and I'm really, really loving working with it. I would definitely knit with this yarn again. We are having a co-knit along with Lauren from the Lemnit Crochet Designs podcast, and it's the Sparkle Free for All. I am going to extend my part of it. I'm not sure when she's ending her half of it, but when you finish a sparkly item, you could post it in both of our groups. We were running it through the end of January. I haven't finished mine, and there's a whole extra week before I record again, so I'm going to, again, give you through Tuesday, February 5th. I will close the thread the morning before I record on Wednesday the 6th. And so that gives you a little bit of extra time to finish your sparkly item. So, whoops, wrong bag. This is my sparkly item. I did get quite a bit done. I am making a garter stitch scarf. This is where I was last time you saw it. So it's gotten not quite twice as long as it was before. Almost. So I am using some hand spun that I had spun that is sparkly. See the sparkles? Sparkle? There you go, there's some sparkle. When this ball runs out, it will be done. So I'm not quite sure how long it will be, but it's very, very soft. Whoops, I'm dropping my needle. It's very, very soft. I really like it. So that is my sparkly item. You can make any sparkly item from any yarn. And post it in my group and in her group. I am going to have several prizes, and I will, like I said, I'll draw the winner on next week's podcast. Then we are having another knit along, and that is with Denise from the Knitting Den. That one also ends tomorrow the 31st, but I'm going to extend it through again next Tuesday and then draw the winner next Wednesday. And this is a variegated sock knit along. As long as you started these socks December 1st or after, you can put them in her group and in my group. And I am on the second sock. I didn't get to show it to you last week because I had left it in the car and Rachel had my car. So I am on the second sock. On the foot, I think I am, yes, I'm done with the gusset decreases and just on straight knitting. So I hopefully should have this done by next week, but I'm not eligible for prizes, so I'm not going to pressure myself. If I finish, I finish. If I don't, I don't, but that's okay. I can't win any prizes. I do want to get these done though because my next pair of, well, okay, my next pair of socks I need to finish are, I am making Joe's aunt a pair of Steelers colored socks. And I have showed those to you guys before. I need to get those finished. And then after that, I'm going to be knitting a very special pair of socks. When Rachel and I went to Rhode Island back in December, one of the nights that we were on the road, we stayed with this one family, and the daughter of the family was one of Rachel's classmates when she was going to school in Rhode Island. And this family, the mom has 11 kids. I do not know how she does it. She is amazing. I was so, so impressed by this family. They are just all, now, I'm sure they were on their best behavior because we were there, but they are very supportive of each other, and just, it was just an amazing experience to get to spend the night with this family. I felt honored to be there, honestly. So anyway, to make a long story short, I told the mom that I would knit her a pair of socks, and she wants something in bright colors. I showed her, because of course I had several pairs of knit socks with me because it was cold. When we got to their house, it was like below freezing. It was so cold. So, of course, I had my, and they live in Maryland. So I told her, I asked her which of my socks she liked the most, and I have this one pair of orange, sort of bright colored socks. So I have some yarn that I'm going to use. I have several choices. I'm going to narrow it down. Um, I think I will take a picture of the yarns that I'm thinking about and send her a picture and let her pick which one she wants. So, and her name is Rachel also. So, anyway, after I finish Aunt Mary's socks, I'll be working on the socks for this mom. That was a long story. Okay, so that is all the knitting. Let's talk about upcoming knit-alongs, crochet-alongs, and events. Starting February 1st, which is in just a couple of days, I am going to be having a co-knit along with Sam from the Knit Run Dig podcast, and we are having a sci-fi knit along, and it's going to run through the middle of March, so you have about 6 weeks to create something beautiful that is sci-fi. It could be sci-fi yarn or a sci-fi pattern or both. Just when you post your finished object, tell us what your sci-fi link is to that item. I will be knitting most likely, I do know I want to do a Dalek, that's a Doctor Who theme, dishcloth for Rachel, and other things. So I'm pretty excited about it because I do love sci-fi. In March, I will be having an Easter swap. I'm going to start taking signups on February 1st. I actually already put the questionnaire up, and I actually already received one person. Yay! So you can go ahead and start and do that now. Actually, I'll just start taking signups today. You need to knit one item with an Easter theme and include $10 in goodies. And like I said before, I will try to match up people that care about whether it's a religious or non-religious Easter item. I personally would be okay with either one. So, and then in mid-March to the end of May, I'm going to have a knit along or a crochet along with anything hand spun. So it could be yarn that you spun or somebody else spun, but anything you knit out of hand spun will count for that. And that again is going to be March to May. And then June, July, August, I'm going to have something called Sock It To Me Summer. September, October, November, I will be doing the hat drive for Penella's Hope. And I've already started planning for next year. January 1st through February 15th of next year, I am going to have a Valentine's knit along. So, okay. stash enhancement. I did mention last week that I had received a couple of patterns and hadn't been able to print them off, so I did print them off. I got this first pattern from Robin, who is so busy knitting on Plurk, and she sent me a pattern that was in my wish list, and this is a blanket that I am going to be making very soon. It is the geometric lace blanket. It's crocheted. I think it's crocheted. Yes, it's crocheted. And somebody that I am following on Instagram, it just, I believe, just finished making this or is almost finished making this, and I love it. And it's been fun to watch her post her progress. So I definitely cannot wait to make that. So thank you, Robin, very, very much for that. And then I also mentioned last week that I had one from Allison, who is the hostess of the Hollywood Knitter podcast. I had a pattern from her, and what I got for that is one that was also in my wish list. This is a sweater called Moody, and oh my gosh, I love this so much. This is so, so, so me. Um, I love the lines on it, the vertical lines. I love the shaping of it. I love the big collar. I love the buttons. I love everything about this sweater. So I am super, super, super excited. This is a draft printing of it, but it is definitely purple, and I will be making mine in purple. No doubt. I just think that is so, so, so cute. So that is Moody by Elena Nodal. And again, it was from Allison 1031, the hostess of the Hollywood Knitter podcast. It's an audio podcast. You should totally check it out. Let's see. Okay, tips and tricks. I already talked about using your lace weight yarn pull from the outside of the cake instead of the inside. Favorite things. I'm super, super, super excited about this. As I have mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of going to thrift stores, and I have also mentioned that I am redoing my living room, dining room, kitchen area in colonial style, like American Revolution period style. So I was at the Goodwill last week, and I found jackpot. Jackpot. I'm super, super, super excited. And these things were only $2 each. $2. Okay, are you ready? I'm super, super excited. Okay, first one. This is a hand embroidered picture. Look at that. You have to see. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but look at the detail on the face and on his, well, this one you can't really tell, but on the other one you more can, on his hands. And this one at the bottom says Washington's Guard, 1776. It was made by somebody. It was made by somebody's grandmother in 1989. That's the year that Joe and I got married. It says to Christmas 1989, all our love, grandmother and Headley. It looks like $2, but there were two of them. I got the one. This one says 19th Massachusetts, 1777. And again, made by the same person. Look at the detailing on his face and on his hands. I am so excited about these. I can't believe they were only $2. And I hope someday that if my children decide to give away my handicrafts, that somebody is this excited to find it in the thrift store. Oh, I love them. They're going to hang in my entryway. For now, anyway. They're going to hang in my entryway. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I don't tell Goodwill this, but I would have paid way more than $2 for those. But you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I'm sure a lot of people looked at those and went, okay. But for me, they're perfect. So, you know, I don't find treasures every single time I go to the thrift store. Maybe one out of every 25 times do I find something, you know, really good. You know, so it's more the thrill of the hunt than anything, I think. But oh my gosh, I could not be more excited about those pictures. Just think about how much work she put into that. I mean, seriously, this whole thing is embroidered, the background included. That's a lot of hours. And how awesome that somebody who is a crafter found this and appreciates it. That's all I have to say. All right. What I am watching and reading, I am watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. I am on season 3, and these seasons are long. They're like 25, 26 episodes. No wonder it's taken me forever to get through there. Um, but the most important thing that I have to say today is that I started and finished watching season 2 of Downton Abbey. I watched all the episodes. I think there were 9 episodes in the second season. I watched them all in 2 days. I think my brain is completely fried. The reason that I wanted to go, I mean, I wasn't in any hurry to watch it, but people keep posting spoilers for season 3, and I haven't even watched season 2, and it's making me mad. So I decided, well, I better catch up. That way the spoilers won't make me mad. So I finished all of season 2. Again, I don't think it's the best show ever, but I really love the costuming. And the storyline is good. Parts of it I was like, oh my gosh. Parts of it I totally saw what was coming, other parts I did not. So, it kept me on my toes. There were a few times I went, no way. So I know it's heresy to say it's not the best TV show ever, but oh well. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about the shop update. I do have a shop update going on this Sunday, February 2nd. It's going to be at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. I dyed 2 new colorways and I did 3 skeins of each. So there's actually 6 skeins going up in the shop. It's a small update, but let's see. Oh, I think I forgot to bring in my inspiration pictures. Yes, I forgot to bring them in. I actually wanted to come up with some new colorways. Let me twist this into a hank while I'm talking. I wanted to come up with some new colorways because, that's what I wanted to do. And so I had a magazine. My mother-in-law had sent me a subscription to Better Homes and Gardens, probably wishful thinking. And the February ep- episode, the February issue of Better Homes and Gardens magazine this month is all about, well, yeah, this year, February this year, is all about color. So there were several pictures in there that inspired me. One of them was a picture, and I wish I would have brought it in, a picture of 3 pairs of sunglasses, and they were like in bright neon colors. So this is based on that. Now, it didn't turn out exactly how I planned, but I really like it. I still have my extra ties on here, so ignore those. But you can see that there's orange and pink and blue, and this lighting is not showing this accurately. It's a little bit more pink than what you're seeing. Um, so it's got like a turquoise and a pink and an orange. The next time I dye this up, I will do more orange and less turquoise, but for now. So this is called Retro Sunglasses. Next time I dye this, I will be sure to show you the inspiration picture. And then the other colorway that I came up with is another picture that I saw in there. There was a picture of some curtains hanging in a room, and the curtains remind me of the curtains that you see in motels in Orlando, or Kissimmee, which is right outside Orlando. A lot of the hotels have these tropical themes or whatever, and the colors in the picture totally reminded me of motel curtains. So that's what this is called, motel curtains. And again, the color is not showing very accurately. And I haven't had time to reskein any of these to show you. But I will reskein at least one of them so you can see what it looked like. It's going to be a variegated yarn. This is some lighter green, some more, whoops, some lighter green, some darker green, and some orange, and some brown spots. So I really, really like this one. This one's Motel Curtains, and this one's called Retro Sunglasses. Both of them are wild and crazy, and they will be in this Sunday's shop update, which is at sockbunnystudios.etsy.com. I think that's about it, so I'm going to go ahead and close. I want to say don't forget to post your workouts in the workout thread. I did already start the new thread for February. Don't forget to post your fitness poster with goals and rewards, and I will draw the winner for that next week. And don't forget, on Friday, February 1st, you can cast on for the sci-fi knit-along that I am having with Lauren from the not Lauren, I am having with Sam from the Knit Run Dig podcast. So I hope you have a great week and keep on crafting. Bye.